See, last week we looked at the minor piece versus pawns with knight being the center of attraction everywhere. Today we are going to look at bishop, and bishop is actually easier to understand because bishop goes in one color, right? One diagonal. So it is much easier to understand, but there are some nuances to bishop also. But generally you can, that one bishop, because it can cut across an entire diagonal, it can stop multiple pawns if they are not supported and they cannot come forward with support. Then bishop can immobilize the pawns, like in this diagram, first diagram that you see here, right? And I have got this in the study. Okay, so this is the position. Okay, and it is white to play. Okay, see all the black pawns, though there are 3 pawns, but they are first thing, they are split, and second thing is that they are they cannot advance because the bishop is there to then what do you call, keeping the vigil, keeping the guard. Okay, so white to play, what do you think white should play?
F4. King F4.
Sorry, the password for Independence Cup is Azadi. I'm putting it for everybody, and I've already put it on WhatsApp also. It is Azadi. Okay, fine. Yeah, King F4 is the correct way to draw here. Okay, and what is the idea? You have to remember that bishop and king should be like this. Okay, that is the way, in front of the pawns. So bishop should come from one side and king should come from the other side, and they should block the pawns. This is the technique of drawing against the pawns. If you don't have any pawns, you just have a bishop and you are trying to save. Okay, so this is the way to save it. And now black plays, black tries to go on the other side, then white also comes here and saves it. Okay, black goes here, then white simply moves the bishop here and prevents the thing. And if black tries to go in here to b3, then white king comes to d2, so that black king will not get a chance to come via c2 to b1 and then escort your pawn. Okay, so that is the whole idea here. So king comes to d2. So now see, anyway this is prevented and this square is also gone. So now the black king cannot advance. Okay, so this becomes a draw now, and any other pawn moves, they will get captured, right? They will get captured. So it is this is the way to draw the game. Okay, but you have to be careful. If you think that anything draws, then it is not so. What was the white? If here you thought that, oh, this is the way that I can draw, and I want to prevent the e pawn from moving up from e6 to e5. Let me go to king f6. If you play this, actually, what happens? Black wins this. Okay, so you have to be careful. That's why I said that. See, now the king and the bishop are not in the way that I mentioned, not in the cross way, that they are not what do you call? They are not holding the pawns. They are aligned together, and what this allows.
What will you do now? I'm doing late.
Sorry.
What will you do till now?
Oh, your voice is very feeble. I'm not able to understand.
What were you doing till now?
We are just seeing this position just now, first one only, bishop, how the minor piece end games. Okay, so what happens here is, if king goes here, then black plays this e5, and see how quickly the position can turn. It was just looking that the bishop is going to prevent everything, right? But bishop takes this pawn.
The bishop takes the pawn.
King comes to c5. Now
f5, king f5.
okay, I have shown other way, but even if king f5, then also d4.
Yeah.
And if you capture it, my other
King
pawn.
e4.
King e4. This pawn queens, right?
Now you kill the bishop. Oh yeah, I can.
So bishop goes to a1. Bishop goes to a1. Then also I play d4. Now king e5, b3. Now you have to play bishop to c3 to prevent this pawn from queening. And now it is very simple. d2, you force the bishop to take the pawn, and then this pawn queens. Right? See how it can turn game. So it is not so easy. Yeah? So it is just you have to be very careful, and you have to understand this technique. But as I said, against pawns, bishop, if it is there, then you have to do this triangle type of a technique. You have to block the pawns at once by using your bishop from one side and king the other side. Okay, and then you can draw it. All right. Now, so these are, I mean, otherwise it is, I'm just going to show such examples where there are some, there are some definite positions. So this is another position, okay, where, what do you think? It is black should win this, right? Because the bishop can, see, bishop can very easily control one diagonal, but if you ask them to control two diagonals, then it becomes overloaded. And here what happens is, how should white win here? Black should win here. How black to play? What should black do?
Play a3.
A3 is correct. Okay, A3 is correct, but D2 playing is not correct. We'll see it. See, A3 is very simple. You are forcing the bishop to take it, almost forcing it. Okay, not forcing it, but if bishop takes it, then D2 wins, right? But if on the other hand, if you play D2 here, first move you play D2 here, then this is a draw. Because bishop will take it, king will take it, and now white king comes to C4. Now, even if you, there is no way you can protect the pawn now. Even if you push it here, the king comes to B3 and the pawn is also gone. It's a draw. And there is no way you can protect the pawn. Right? So you have to be careful which, so even when the bishop is there, it is overloaded, it is diagonals are going to be this one. You should know which one to think. Always try to save the pawn, which is, don't give up the pawn which is very far advanced. That is the one which is going to queen. So here your D2 pawn, D3 pawn is going to become a queen. So you can sacrifice the A3 pawn here. Okay, but you have to be thinking and you have to be careful. Okay. So bishop's one diagonal easily it can handle. Okay. Now look at this here. Okay. Now in this position also white is able to draw. White is able to draw. And let us see the technique by which white draws. Okay, first thing is that he attacks this pawn. Okay, he attacks the pawn. And what is he threatening? Bishop is threatening to take this and after that take the other pawn also, right? So he's going to take it and then it will become a draw. Anyway, white is fighting for a draw. White cannot win. He has only one bishop. So there is no way white can win. It is only black because he has got three connected pass pawns. It is possible that black can win. But how does white starts? Bishop to d7. Now, if king goes to e4, okay, to protect the pawn, then it doesn't help. White simply plays bishop to c8, waits. Okay, and if black advances this pawn, then white takes this. Okay, it's looking a bit dangerous, you might think. But remember, the bishop is there to give a check to the king and control both the h1 square as well as the f3 square. So if h2 is played, then no problem. Bishop to b7. Okay. And bishop to f3. So now it is going to be a draw because now bishop is firmly not allowing the pawn also to progress and the other pawn also cannot queen. Right? So this is the way that the bishop is using. Okay. And here also, if instead of playing f4, if black plays h2 here, okay, then also it is a draw. How? First check so that the h1 is secured, and then white brings his bishop here. The moment the bishop lands on f3 or b2 with the support of the king, then it's a draw. Right? Because if black's now the h pawn cannot advance, g is blocked by the king. F pawn advances, then the g pawn will fall. Right? And then after that, again, the king and the bishop are supporting and preventing the f3 square. Right? So is a very good example of how to draw. Again, let's go back. What the key part is that what do you call, bishop first attacks the pawn, okay, and so then actually if bishop goes to c6 directly, then it is difficult, then it may not happen, okay. So that is why first he goes to attack the pawn, and then yeah, there is also this way also, yeah you see the other way. So here if black pushes the pawn h2, white king does not take the pawn, okay, white king does not take the pawn. Why taking? Because if it takes the pawn, then the king, black king will come on f3, okay, and then he will come on f2 also. So that is why white king does not take this. He simply plays
Sir?
king to g2. Yeah.
So what happens when the king like takes the pawn and black? Yeah, when king takes the pawn, black goes to f3. Shouldn't the bishop go to c7?
Okay. Here, what will happen is black king comes to f2 here.
Oh, I thought it was f3.
Yeah, I mean, given a chance, he will come to f2. Now try to play. Let us see this. Okay, it's not. I mean, let me try to see if you play from the white side. Let me try to see whether black can win.
Bishop takes f5.
Oh, bishop takes f5 is immediately a draw, so it cannot take it, right? So I think here what we should allow. It is still a draw. It is still a draw. Even king to h2 is also a draw, because this pawn is also attacked, and if you move this pawn, then this pawn is also falling. So I think it is all actually it is a draw. Okay, so king h2 is also a draw. Sorry, king h2 is also a draw. Okay, but king g2 is also a draw. Why? Because
King
because
h2 so
sorry.
so king h2 is not a draw, no?
No, it is going to become a draw, because white will easily capture these pawns, and then it's a draw, because white cannot win. It is only black who could have won, but now there is no chance of it.
So now check.
Yeah. Okay. And this
So now
pawn,
push.
yeah.
Sir, remote.
That is so let me just check it. Bishop takes f5, g3. Yeah, this is a win, right? Actually, I myself made a wrong statement here, right? So king f2. So that is why actually then that means king to g2 is forced. King cannot take the pawn, right? So, yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
If you get a king to h1,
If you take the king to h1, then pawn will still push forward with a check, and next move it will kill. There is no stalemate. What is the stalemate? White has got a bishop. There is no way that you can get a stalemate here.
Okay.
Okay. So king to g2 here. Okay. Very clever. We have to properly play this. The black king coming to f2 is dangerous, because you have the g pawn, right? It will push. So black pushes the pawn forward, and now white takes this, and now see, this is still a draw, because the bishop can come here and guard against the g2. Okay, so that is the key difference.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
The bishop was on f5. Can't it go on h3?
You can take it on h3 also, no problem. You can take it on h3 also.
Okay, sir.
Sir, in the previous variation, instead of taking the pawn,
Yeah.
what happens if we go to bishop c6 instead?
Here itself you are
Just
saying
controlling the diagonal.
bishop to c6, if you are saying, right?
Yeah, after taking the pawn and king comes to f2.
Oh no,
We
you are
hold the
saying now
diagonal
or
and
before? Now or before you are saying?
no, I'm saying after king takes h2 and
King takes
f2.
h2. Okay, king takes h2. Then
and
it is
king
black
f2,
to.
then we follow it.
Okay, you are saying
now we play bishop c6.
You play bishop to c6. Okay, so what happens is this check first.
Yeah, and then we can just hold the diagonal.
Then no, you can't hold the diagonal.
Oh yeah, I missed f5.
Now next move is f3.
Yeah, I missed that.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
that is the thing. And even here, what was the other thing? Somebody was saying something else, or you got it? I think it is very interesting position. So I think, yeah, Rohan, yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Can you move to the position you showed just now?
With king takes h2 and king
Yes.
f2. Yeah,
Yes. Now the bishop to c6.
bishop to c6 now does not help, because what we saw is g3 check,
Then the king goes to h1.
king goes to h1, now f4.
Now white will play a waiting move, and when the pawn advances to f3, bishop will take, king will take, and the white king will come to g1, and then the pawn will be blocked. So it's a draw, like that.
Let us check it. A very
If
interesting
we play
idea.
bishop
you
g2 instead, so we don't prevent the f1 from coming further,
Yeah, you can do it g2, fine, and
then sacrifice it for the pawn and put our king forward.
this is still a draw, you are saying, huh?
Yeah.
How is this a
No,
draw?
sir.
How is this
No,
a
sir.
draw?
The king
Oh.
goes to h2 and
Yeah, I'm missing.
Oh yeah, it's not a draw. It's not.
Pawn advances without a check, so it is a win. Right? So good. So I think all of you are thinking very, very differently, which is good. But please go through this position and try out all the moves, because there is a lot of depth in this position. Okay, a lot of things you can, just from this one position, you can understand a lot of endgame concepts. So that's why I've given this position. Okay, so please study it. I've given a lot of things, but now there is a concept of a wrong colored bishop. I think all of you know this position. I think you know what is the result of this position.
yes, sir. Because if it would be in a
Yeah, it's a draw,
it's a draw.
because it's a rook pawn, and rook pawn ka queening square black has occupied it, and you
Because it's a pawn.
yeah, the bishop is of the wrong color. Bishop is not of dark color. So eventually this will become a stalemate. Yeah. Okay.
So,
Or you have to give up the pawn, and then it's
Excuse me,
a
sir.
yeah.
So if the pawn is rook pawn, if it would be a bishop pawn, knight pawn, then it could be a win, sir.
Then it will be an easy win, very easy win. See, if
Okay.
only because it is a rook pawn is this a case. If any other pawn, king is supporting the pawn and you have an extra piece, it is extremely easy to win. Right? Because the opposition falls. So normally what you do, the black king holds the position by gaining opposition, but white has got an extra piece, either bishop or a knight. He can make any move and he can break the opposition of black, and then he will very easily win, right? So that is why actually it is only in case of rook pawns it is this. Okay. Now there is a very beautiful position to study. Okay. So this is the position where black is trying to win. Can you think first of all black can win?
Yeah, black should win this.
Black can, I think, draw the match. Or
You are
stay.
Black
Actually-
drawing is very easy. Okay, should be, because see black king coming to c5, sorry, d5 itself, you will be taking the c5 pawn, and obviously other pawn being blocked. There is no question of black not being able to draw. It is very easy to draw from black side. But whether black can win, can white draw, or will black win?
Black can draw it, sir.
Black
Means a
can
win
draw,
itself.
anybody can draw. It's very easy.
No, sorry, sir. Not draw, sorry, win. My mistake, I told.
Okay, so let us see how we will go about winning this.
So I have two moves in mind for this position.
Mhm.
King d5
King d5.
or but the problem with that is the king rushes to the corner and it's the wrong color bishop.
Yeah.
Can I say, sir, anything?
So you know what white will do here? White will simply king to d3.
So black takes the pawn.
Black takes the pawn, white king comes to c3.
Bishop e6.
bishop e6, king comes to,
King to c4.
yeah, very happy. The moment I've reached the pawn of the rook pawn, it's a black pawn is a rook pawn, and you have the wrong colored bishop. Now you will not be able to do anything.
So somehow you have to find a move at the start to block the king from reaching the corner.
Yep.
So can I try at the start?
Yeah, you can try it.
So bishop to b5.
Bishop to b5. Okay. King to d2.
So king d5.
King d5.
No, sorry. King d4.
King d4.
King c4. No,
Now-
so
Now it's a draw.
So
Because
what
my
about
king will-
bishop f5 in the start?
Yeah, bishop f5 is the right move here. First move is correct. Okay, and white king will go to d2. Now what should black do now?
King to d4.
Okay, I hope everybody gets it. See, the whole point is this is interfering with white's coming into thing. That is what black has to try. Okay, the moment, because if white king is able to come to b1 or b2, then he can go to a1 from there. So how do you prevent him from coming to b1 and b2? That is what is the black strategy. Okay, and so
After this move, king to
King
d4.
d4.
king to d4 is correct, and then white king goes to white. What does white do? White pushes the pawn. Now
Actually, white pushing the pawn would distract the bishop.
yeah,
the
So
king,
after this
the
move,
king c4.
king
king
c4.
king c4 is correct, because you are not yet in danger. Okay, the pawn can finally be thing, but here now king comes to, pawn goes to c7 now. Now
So now
king
king b3.
king b3.
king b3 is correct now.
Now it's blocking the king to go to
Yep.
a1.
Yep, but not so fast. What if I play c8?
Bishop captures the queen.
Bishop captures the queen. Then white goes here.
And then you
So
bring
if
the bishop to f5 again.
Bishop to
Yes, sir. Bishop to f5.
Bishop to f5.
bishop to f5. Correct. Right.
bishop-
Fine. So you got this. So now if I, instead of pushing the pawn, I play king to c1 first.
king a1.
King a1.
a2 sorry.
The
a2
king
a2.
takes the pawn.
A2.
That is where is the thing. So if king takes the pawn, then what happens is it's a blunder,
Oh,
because
okay.
you take it
After
and
the
then I
king can come to
b1.
b1.
Now you coming giving a check does not help, because my king will go to a1.
So a2.
It's a draw then.
Right, very deep study is there in here. So here in this position, the right move is king to a2. Okay,
Blocking the king to
now
come to
the white king is prevented from coming to b1 or b2, and hence, so, but it is not going to be so this one. So what does white king do? White king will still try to think. What will white do now?
d2.
Yeah, king to d2. Okay,
King b2.
king b2.
So, why not just take the pawn?
Why not just take the pawn? So king to c1.
And then king to a2.
Correct. Actually, once the king has gone to d2, see the whole point is when the white king is on c1, that time you cannot take the pawn, but now you can take it. Now there is no problem, because now you are preventing the king from coming to a1. So the problem was the problem was here, if you had taken the pawn here directly, okay, when the king is on c1, then there is all problems, because then you do this, right, and then you move it, and then you cannot prevent the thing, because the moment king has come to b1, then it will come to a1 also. So that was the whole point. I think as long as you first so when king is on c1, that time you just play king to a2, and white, even if white queens the pawn, then also it is not helping white, because what he will do, he still cannot do it, and now he will have to move somewhere here, right? And the moment he moves somewhere here, okay, still you have to be careful. Okay, what will you do now? You can't take the pawn now also. If you take the pawn, if you take the pawn, then again it's a draw. So here also you have to play bishop to f5. Okay. Now if you do this, now you can take it, because now the king cannot come. Right? So you have to be careful. Okay, so this study also, you please look at it in depth. Go to the beginning. So a very, very, very interesting and deep study this is. So again, this also clarifies a lot of concepts. If you properly see all the variations, you try out. So you yourself can try out against yourself or against computer. You can try out different things. And there is only a narrow path to victory, which is this strategy of bishop f5, and then getting the king over to b3 and a2, and then only capturing the pawn on a3, not hurrying to capture. Yeah, that is correct. Okay, fine.
So isn't there any other way of saving this position?
No, there is no other way of saving. I mean, here also there is no saving. You must be asking, is there any other way of winning the position? No, there is no other way. This is the only way to win the position. Otherwise, white is saving it. Right? White's principle is very simple. He doesn't care about the pawn, because there is only one black pawn, and which is a rook pawn. So all white is bothered about is going in front of the pawn on a1 square. That's it. If the white king reaches a1, doesn't matter anything else on the board. It's a draw. Right? Okay. So once you know this, then this is a very interesting position. So where black is trying to win this. Okay, white has got 3 pawns. Black has got a bishop and a pawn. And again, a very interesting way how to win this is black starts first by protecting his pawn. Very, very important, because if that pawn gets exchanged, then it's at the most black will get a draw, right? Or he will lose it. But if the pawn is gone, so just bishop is not enough. So he has to first protect the pawn, and then when white comes here, okay, then
excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can one move back?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Can't white do apasa in this position? M%.
No, ampasa is only when the pawn moves, right? Only when the opponent's pawn moving is from sorry. Ampasa is only pawn against pawn, and that too in a specific situation only, right? So here you can't do apasa against pieces, and pawn is also not moving anywhere. Fine. So here there is a very clever move that black employs, clever strategy. Okay, he does not. What does he do? He does not take the pawn, because taking the pawn will be a mistake. Right? What would happen?
There's stalemate in the position.
If king takes f4, so if he takes the e4 pawn, then also this pawn moves ahead. right? Now you have to use your bishop to prevent it, and the moment you use your bishop to prevent the pawn, then you lose this pawn, and then it's either it's a draw or a win for white. It will be draw. So this is also a mistake. King coming to f4 also is a blunder, because white plays g3, and after that it's again same thing. So now if you move the bishop to prevent the pawn from queening, then white will take this pawn, and then it's a draw. So here both these moves are wrong. The right move is king to e6, not hurrying to capture. So white king comes back, and black king goes to f7 also. Okay, black king is not too much, sorry, black is not too much worried about the pawns advancing. First, I mean, as long as his king is there. Now,
So instead of playing yes, sir, in this position, if white pushes the e5, oh, the pawn is not yet, means not attacked now.
yeah. So at this point of time, white cannot advance any of the pawns, right? See, this is the position. Now white cannot advance any of the pawns, and now king goes here. Now black starts taking, and now it is finished. This is finished now, right? So again, go through the study. It is not very, I mean, it is very difficult to solve it when you just see it. But when you see it, understand, I have given the solution, then it is easy to understand, because the strategy is very clear. Black's strategy is protect his pawn and then slowly attack the white's pawn from starting with g6. And then he is able to. This is the key thing. After this, it's this is a zugzwang position for white, right? Pawns cannot move, and what do you call? Anything that you move now will be gone, right? One pawn will fall. After that, second pawn will fall. After that, the third pawn will also fall. Okay, one last position, we'll check it. But this is again a very complicated position. How to win this? I think I will give you this. I have given the study. You can look at this. It's a very long study.
Should we log in? Rejoin?
Sorry?
Should we rejoin?
No, I think it is okay. You just, because this is the last one and I have explained all this thing in the study. So see, it is the position is very, very this one. How to win this, I will just very quickly show, but I mean, I also cannot solve this. Okay, I could not solve this myself. I had to look up, but there is a long maneuver, and finally the whole idea is to put black, first of all, black king into the hole, and then, yeah, this is a very key move. I mean, it is not easy at all. And in this case, now take it. This becomes easy, but there are all sorts of variations in which it is thing. So it will, I suggest you look at it, and then, because me explaining everything like this, it is, I think you first go through it and then we'll discuss it next week. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right. So I think that I will stop.